I wish I knew how to. I can't remember the wedding song. You know the. Maybe we should clarify that you and I are not getting married before our respective fiancés freak out. So hi everyone.
Completely forgot about
that. Yeah. We're not. Although Ahmed is in white today.
Yeah.
It's.
I mean, that was the only thing that I could find in my closet.
And I don't have a veil to lend you, so I'm sorry. And I should have worn a suit. Well, I guess I have a blazer, so that works. So, hi.
Hi, Josie. Thank you for welcome back.
Thanh you. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back, everyone, to another Aroma Talk. Yes. We are back with Josie from Quintessence, our most wonderful person that we all like. Most liked person.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would say.
Thank you. And if you couldn't tell by the intro, we're talking about wedding season.
Yes.
So a couple of weeks ago, we were filming another video and talking about the rise in bottle photography for weddings. So one of my best friends is a photographer who specializes in weddings. And she was telling me that she is getting a lot of requests for bottle photos. So, you know, when the bride and groom are getting ready for their wedding day, they ask for photos of the dress hanging up or the tux hanging up, you know, the rings, the shoes. And a lot of brides and grooms are asking now for their wedding fragrances to be photographed. And I thought that was so interesting. We should talk about a fragrance house that I feel just lends so beautifully to that theme. And so today we are smelling Parfums Dusita.
Yes.
Parfums Dusita is a French fragrance house that has been around since 2016. Issara Umavijani is the founder of this house, and she is a self-taught perfumer.
Wow.
Just really incredible story. She is also an extremely talented artist. Every Dusita fragrance has a watercolor associated with it that she paints herself. And it's actually in the box when you bring the fragrance home, when you buy it and open it. The word Dusita means paradise. Mm-hmm. And paradise in terms of lifelong contentment and love, which you should be looking for in your marriage partner, I would hope, right?
Yeah.
And this line is born of a love of family. Every fragrance is inspired by the poetry of Issara's father, Montri, who was an incredibly talented poet. Really beautifully written verses. And again, every fragrance has a poem associated with it that you will get to read a verse from. Actually, on the postcard that has the painting. That's when you buy a bottle and open it. And so, you know, given that this brand is so centered around love, family, those eternal bonds that we have with the people that we love, and also because all of these fragrances are just so classically beautiful, like very, very timeless fragrances in Parfums Dusita, I thought that this is the perfect house for wedding fragrances. And so I have 6, and I'm very excited because Hamed has not smelled these yet, so this is going to be blind smelling.
Yeah.
So on theme, I chose a fragrance that to me is very representative of a bride, a fragrance that is representative of the groom, a fragrance that is representative of the father of the bride or the father of the groom, one that is representative of the mother of the bride or mother of the groom, one for the groomsmen, and one for the bridesmaids.
Beautiful. That's it.
Okay.
The whole package. Everyone is happy. Yeah.
I didn't go with the ring bearer or flower girl, but...
No, just the clothes ones.
The clothes ones,
just a very close family. This is perfect, actually.
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, also, you know, in terms of the wedding photography, the beautiful bottles just photograph so well. They come with the art, so you can take the picture with the postcard.
Even the colors and the the liquid, like even those, it's pretty nice. Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, so can you hum the song for me? Here Comes the Bride. All right, so we are starting with Melodie de L'Amour. Here you go.
Oh, beautiful.
I think when you smell this...
This is for the bride?
This is for the bride.
So
this is the bride fragrance.
The bride. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is bride.
This
is a very happy bride.
Yes, very joyful.
Joyful bride on the beach. Maybe it's like this is a wedding ceremony on the beach.
Oh,
Somewhere
a destination wedding.
That's why,
okay.
yeah, that's why I'm wearing my hat today.
All right. Are you having a destination wedding?
Yeah, well, I think so. Yeah, probably got to do. I have a destination wedding.
Okay.
Probably thinking about Portugal or Izmir or Australia. So one of those. We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
I will start stocking up on sunscreen
Please.
and packing my suitcase.
Yes.
So,
this is great. This is floral. I love
Yes.
this is very feminine and chic and
Yeah.
exactly a bride fragrance.
It is a
This
huge
is exactly
bouquet of white florals.
Beautiful.
The gardenia,
Yeah.
tuberose, jasmine with this really beautiful honey note that just lends this very seductive feel to it, you know. I'm not going to be a bride who's going to wear white. It's not my thing. But, you know, yeah,
I'll wear the white.
Wear the white.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning on wearing green.
Yeah.
But I want... when I think of my bridal fragrance, I want something that's big and white floral. Mm-hmm. Because to me, that is so timeless. It is so romantic, so voluptuous. You know, all the feelings that I want to feel as a bride. Just... I think we're going to get a little emotional talking like, during this Aroma Talk podcast. But yeah, you keep smelling it.
It's good. I mean, this is exactly what I can imagine a bride that should smell like, and also if you as a husband to be or a groom that you're going to for the first time.
Would you find this beautiful on your fiance if
of
she wore
course,
this?
it's very sexy. It's actually suitable for the wedding date.
Yeah,
you know, this is built for that. Yeah, very nice. Yeah.
Okay. So now, the groom's fragrance.
And sorry, before we go, you know, there's, as you said, because a lot of floral notes, like I think this jasmine. You said jasmine,
gardenia,
all that stuff. So those notes, sometimes you can relate that to old fragrances that they smell like that. But this is like a very modern, chic, floral.
I agree. It's not cloying at all. It doesn't smell classic, which is also an interesting comment because when we speak about the fragrance that's the mother of the bride or mother of the groom fragrance, that floral is a little bit more classic in structure, but again still feels very modern. And I think that's something about Parfums Dusita that I love as someone who is a collector of vintage fragrance. You can tell that Issara really knows vintage fragrance. But despite that, or not despite that, but she took those vintage fragrances and brought them into this century, made them so incredibly modern. The things that she loved from, say, classics like, I don't know, Chanel No. 5 or Fracas, a Diarissimo, took those elements and said, no, this is how I'm going to make this perfectly chic, perfectly modern, perfectly French. This is, but with my spin on it. I love that.
Yeah, that was beautiful. Yeah. No, that's very nice.
Okay, so I have to say this is my favorite from the line. Okay, so this is our groom's fragrance. Actually, and I know that we're talking about this is a bride fragrance, this is a groom, but this is my favorite, so I need to put some on.
Yeah, I mean, can I also, I just want to see how it smells
so
like
this,
on my...
everyone is Issara.
Oh, this is the one that is on fire. People are always talking about this.
This is such an incredible fougere. Oh my gosh, the oak moss and the tonka bean and the clary sage. But again, it's not that classic fougere that smells dated at all. This is so modern. The creaminess, that slight sweetness at the base.
There's that creaminess. I know it's that fougere, but there's also something smoky, but it's not as in your face. I don't know what it is. It's so sexy. This is a perfect pick for bride and groom.
Yeah,
this
thank
is
you.
Perfect for both of them.
Like, I know that if my fiance walked down the aisle wearing this, I'd just be like, okay, we gotta speed this up. Sorry, we gotta we gotta get through the ceremony.
About the ceremony.
Sorry.
We have to go.
I'm gonna start blushing just thinking about that. But oh my god, I think this is so sexy.
So sexy.
It's so sexy, but again, because it's that classic fougere structure, it makes me think of a man in a perfect tux, a perfect suit. That's the idea. That's the visual I get.
Yeah, this is just like a standard, not a standard, like a barbershop fougere fragrance, but high-end, classy, modern.
Yeah.
It's just all of that together.
Exactly.
I'm actually loving that you wear it yourself. This is good. Yeah. I mean, if you can pull it off, it's fine. It is very masculine for me, but I mean, yeah.
Yeah, it's, I have a thing for fougères.
Why not? Yeah, why not smell like it? Wow, I haven't smelled anything like this. I'm a big fan of fougère fragrances for sure. And because it's a very manly thing to do. Yeah. But there was another fragrance that I've tried a couple of months ago. That was the best fougère that I've tried. I think this is definitely beating that. So far, 2023 best fougère.
That's a big statement.
Yeah, so far. If anyone comes out another fougère, well, we'll give it.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to beat though.
This is really nice. So that's why it's hot. It's been selling like crazy.
Issara and Melodie de L'Amour are actually 2 of the 3 initial fragrances in the line. So both of these are extrait formula. The other fragrances that we'll be talking about are eau de parfum.
Beautiful. So we're going to the
parents now.
The parents of the groom. And you think there's going to be some trouble if both grooms and bride's parents wear the same fragrance?
I don't think so.
I think you guys should love each other.
Exactly. There needs to be harmony with in-laws. When you marry someone, you don't just marry them, you marry their family.
Yeah.
And you need to have the good relationship with your in-laws. Yeah.
Maybe this is a good conversation starter to make sure everyone is having a good time and a good relationship. Yeah. I love how you thought put some thoughts about this.
Interestingly, neither my mother nor my father or mother-in-law or future, well, at this point, they're my in-laws.
Yeah.
None of them wear fragrance, so I guess they all agree on that. Breaks my heart every day.
Oh, I mean.
Montri is actually, again, to speak of family and the inspiration for Parfums Dusita, this fragrance, unfortunately, Pissara's father, Montri, is no longer here with us. Oh, and so Montri, she created this fragrance in tribute of her father, imagining the sort of fragrance that he would wear if he were here with us now. Yeah. And that's incredibly sweet. My own father is no longer here with us, and I could have totally seen him wear this. So here you go. Yeah.
See what you mean. This is a very mature fragrance for someone that is a little bit older, but also want to look and smell good in a suit or a tuxedo. It smells really good. I love the booziness, that boozy.
Exactly.
And there's something
the bouzicord, the oud, and the tobacco. Yeah.
It's very animalic, but it's not. I'm sorry, it's not very animalic. It is animalic, but
there's
soft.
Yeah, there's a touch. It's not like Oud Infini from Parfums Dusita, which, if you have tried that is quite frankly the most animalic oud I could think of on the market. This is. There's a little bit of a growl here. This is a well-traveled, experienced man, which Montri was. He was an explorer, an adventurer. He loved life. His poetry really showed that. His influence and his love on his daughter clearly echoes through the fragrance brand.
There's something underneath, like floral. Is it like...
Yeah, there is a touch of florality here.
A rose or jasmine, something like that it makes it interesting, but also reminds me of even my own dad.
Yeah.
Because he was wearing something like this
back in the day. My dad wore Old Spice. Oh, and I kind of get a little hint of that.
True. Yeah, I still wear. I don't wear Old Spice, but I use Old Spice deodorant, which is kind of
the classic one.
The classic one, yeah.
And there's something. The vibe is there with this.
It's definitely here. I love this. This is actually very good. Love your picks, Josie. These are exactly perfect. All right, so
now we're moving on to mom.
Bride's mom or groom's mom.
Yeah,
they're both.
So this is Fleur de Lalita.
Fleur de Lalita.
Here you go. You'll see why I chose this for mom.
Yeah.
Also, I'm pretty sure that Sebastian Jara, the reviewer, this is his favorite from Parfums Dusita, which I think says a lot. Sebastian's a man of great taste.
I can see. First of all, I can see this as this fragrance goes very hand to hand and close with the one that you picked for the dad. Because it shared that boozy type of a thing, but it's more It's fresher and more floral. I would
It's
say.
greener with the
Greener,
galbanum. The floral bouquet is quite different to the bouquet of Melodie de L'Amour, because I wanted something a little bit more classic, but also different from the bride. Because I would not want my mother or my mother-in-law smelling like me. That's a bit strange. They can smell like each other, not like me. So this is rosier. So you have that Rose de May here. Magnolia.
That's the magnolia that I can,
Galbanum with the ambrette, which I think is what's giving you a little bit of that boozy feel with the vanilla at the base as well. This is more classic, I think, than the Melodie de L'Amour, for sure. But not so classic.
No, it's not. It's not old school, not classic. It's very modern, chic, and fashionable, as you said. But I can just see, I can imagine the parents are staying together and just dressed up, and they all smell like great. I can just feel that. This is really nice. I love this.
When I was a kid, my mother actually wore a few fragrances that smelled like this. Those early mid-'80s Dior's and YSL, like Paris from Yves Saint Laurent. Do you remember that from the 80s when we were kids? That was something that my mother wore quite a bit of. Gucci No. 3, which was a rose, a bit of an animalic rose. Yeah. And so that gave me that vibe. Like, that's when I think of mom, I think of rose.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, that was it. I think if when you think about mom, grandmas, it was mostly like Rose, Chanel No. 5, Coco Mademoiselle, even it's not. Coco. Yeah. So that's what and then this is all that new approach to it.
Yeah.
And I can even see this like for a day ceremony for sure. This is perfect for mom. I think the one that you chose for the bride. It's more floral. It's out there. It's happier. This is more mature. But even if you're a young woman, and you're going out at night, this is very sexy. This is super nice.
Just so you know, we're not trying to put gender or age on any of these fragrances. This is just our imaginary perfume wedding that we came up with for today's episode. I feel like this would be great on a guy too.
It can be great on a guy
because it's so green and fresh.
That's right.
A man who wants a rose fragrance and was looking for something,
this is perfect.
I think this would be great.
I was also thinking maybe the night after or the night before the wedding, if the bride still wants to wear something that is a little bit darker, she can borrow
mom's fragrance.
Fragrance. Yeah. Pulls it up.
Okay, so we're moving on now to the groomsmen.
Now please invite us to a wedding.
Yeah,
so
please.
We can provide you guys with fragrances.
We're good guests, I promise.
Very good. We got to bring we gotta bring a lot of stuff.
A lot of perfume, a lot of entertainment, So our groomsmen now. This is Erawan. Didn't put the cap on right.
If I've ever been a groomsman.
I was a flower girl once. I was 10. You see why I picked this for the groomsmen? So you have a tie-in with Montri with the tobacco, but here it's a lot younger.
This is like groomsmen that are not ready to get married. They're still partying. They're still doing some crazy things.
They're flirting with the bridesmaids a little bit.
Flirting with the bridesmaid. They're drinking too much. They're
being the bad influence on the groom. Okay.
But this is it. This is a bad boy fragrance, I would say.
So what I like about this, and this is a big compliment coming from me, if you're watching this and you know me, I don't like gourmand fragrances. And I know for myself, and I think I repeat that every video. I'm not a sweet person. At least I'm not a sweet smelling person. Maybe I'm a sweet person, but I'm not a sweet smelling person. This is such an interesting gourmand-esque fragrance. So that combination of this hay accord with the tobacco creates something very chocolatey happening here. But it doesn't read as like a Snickers bar.
No. I wanted to say, what is that? It feels like caramel or like
like
creamy,
chocolate.
It's chocolate. Yeah, but it's not. It's not sweet.
No.
It's just that
earthiness.
The earthiness, and there's deep inside. There is something very deep that makes it chocolatey or creamy. But the top is playful.
Yeah, this might be your bachelor party fragrance.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, man. Yeah. Wow, I like this. There again. I know I can. It's every time that I try fragrance. Not every time actually. Like if I try fragrances and I see they're similar or someone else is doing the same thing, I always say it, but it's not. Like none of these fragrances are the same as anything else that I tried before. So maybe it reminds you of some old school notes, but they're not. It's just it was a good.
It's more they're evoking memories for us.
Yeah, exactly. But then in a different way that I want to wear now.
That is such a compliment for a niche fragrance house to say none of these fragrances remind you of anything else.
No.
Because I think that is a complaint that we hear quite often these days. People say, okay, a new fragrance comes out or a new fragrance house comes out, and the first thing out of people's mouths, oh, this reminds me of A, B, C, and D. Yeah, well,
I think the problem, sorry that I cried. The problem is that when they are too niche, too artistic, and then people can't try it. I think the easiest way for people to kind of say what it smells like, to relate it to something that is similar to that fragrance, which I get it, but also I think it's a little bit unfair to the creator and the perfumers because they put a lot of efforts and things to make that fragrance, and then you just kind of we make it in that way cheap or a dupe. We want to do it. So
and then there's also I mean, this would be a great topic for another video, but there's also you have to remember that if there is a fragrance brand that releases something that becomes a huge hit,
obviously
it's a huge hit because everyone likes it. So you kind of have to expect other brands might do a spin on it, but no one's outright copying someone unless it is one of those dupe houses. And
no one would copy. It's like they follow a formula. If it was successful, they change it. They want to see how their approach to this scent gonna be.
And it's something's a bestseller because people really like it. So I don't fault any house for wanting to do a spin on something like that.
No,
but
for
with
sure.
Parfums Dusita, you're not going to experience this at all.
No. So far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all of them are very unique and new.
We haven't done the sixth one yet. So
we haven't tried the sixth one.
So now we're on the bridesmaids. So this is Moonlight in Chiangmai. And you'll see why I picked this as the bridesmaid fragrance. If Erawan is our bad boy, groomsman, bad influence on the groom having too much fun at the bachelor party, these are the bridesmaids that are flying to Nashville. They're all going out wearing a wedding dress, and they're having a lot of fun out on the town.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is so flirty.
It's very flirty. There's also this, like a champagne rosé kind of thing.
You're totally right. So what you're reading as that sort of champagne effect, that's yuzu.
Oh, that's yuzu.
It's yuzu. Yuzu is a personal favorite note of mine because, again, it really does give that effervescent citrus effect without being your standard bergamot or lemon or orange. It's more unique.
Just beautiful.
Yeah. So you are smelling here yuzu and jasmine with benzoin.
Oh, that's benzoin too. That's right. Yeah. I never remember the name of benzoin. It's benzoin. Yeah. This is very nice. I'm concerned about the bridesmaid and groomsmaid, becoming the next brides and groom.
Hey, you know
Very
what?
soon after
If love
these.
blossoms at a wedding, I support that.
Yeah. This is really good. I mean, if whoever is getting married and if the bride and the groom they want to do this, they pick these fragrances up for the parents and the brides. I think you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
The bride, they had good taste. They maybe listened to us and they're like, oh yes, actually, this is a good thing to do.
And also, in terms of the price point, I know that it's a thing to give gifts to your bridal party, your groomsmen. These are $180, which for niche is really incredible.
It's really good. Yeah.
So all of the EDP, the 4 minus Issara and Melodie de L'Amour, these are all 180. I think, in terms of bridal gifts, wedding gifts, it's a good price point.
It's a very good price.
Yeah.
Anything niche under $200, I think that means that the creator, the founder, they really want, people to try them out. It's not that much about the profit because they just want you to try it and believe in the scent. So it's a very fair price. Yeah.
Issara and Melodie de L'Amour are more expensive though, because they are extrait.
Yeah, the concentration is
so
high.
these are $350.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
The quality is there. Like like those stuff. Just look at the even the color of this.
Like you could tell there's just so much jasmine in that fragrance just based on that color.
It's a lot of good quality oil in there.
Yeah.
So this is a great shopping guide for if this is happening soon for you guys. Let us know. Give us a call.
Yeah, and even if it's not wedding season for you, it's maybe cuffing season, and I think Erawan and Moonlight and Chiangmai might help there. But also,
100%.
all of these fragrances I think are very spring and summer appropriate too.
Yeah.
'Tis the season for the beautiful florals and the fresher fragrances. And if you are someone who prefers something on the heavier side, typically, I would say that Montri, Issara, and even Erawan, although they are substantial, they're not cloying. They're not so cloying that you can wear them when it's hot out.
Yeah. No, they're not, for sure.
For your destination weddings, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
Yeah. And, you can also give this to anyone else that comes to the wedding as well. Like if you want to, And so for this video, Josie, so we're thinking now that, it's very close. And then if you guys are getting married, let's just make this a little bit easier.
Okay.
So I was thinking we give away 20 $40 gift cards.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. So whoever sign up, not sign up, sorry. Comment
like
down below, like
comment.
the video.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And yeah, so just leave a comment here and we will pick 20 random people and we give you guys, we will send you a $40 gift card that can be used on maxaroma.com.
That's so
and
nice.
hopefully you guys can, just purchase good bottles for the wedding season.
Yeah.
Especially from these that we're talking about because, we really enjoyed them actually.
Oh, I'm so glad that you really enjoyed the blend. Issara is such a beautiful person. She's so incredibly kind. And you could really feel the love and the passion behind every fragrance.
Oh, for sure. I could tell even by the quality, by the design. Even, now that you were telling me these stories, it's and that pamphlet that comes in the packaging
with her paintings and the poetry of her father. It's just
attention to details and how much love she puts in every single bottle. Yeah.
It really is a little bit of paradise in every bottle. So Dusita in every bottle.
That's why we love niche fragrances.
Exactly.
This is the story of them. This is what they put in there.
It's it's one thing to love a fragrance because you think it smells good or you like a certain note, but when you really dive into a brand's history, into the history of its founder, its creator, and what really brought them to this place to start their brand and create the fragrances that they create. It's just, it makes the whole experience of shopping for, buying, owning, and wearing a fragrance that much more special, I think.
Yeah.
I really think so.
No, 100%. I agree. Yeah. So thank you again, Josie.
You're welcome.
And we just want to say congratulations to all the brides and grooms out there that are getting married this year.
Congratulations.
Yeah, have a very fun wedding, even if you don't invite us.
But please invite us. We'll bring gifts, we promise.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Make sure to, again, like this channel, subscribe, and stay tuned for all the videos that are coming up. All right?
We'll see you next
time.
time.
Guys.
Bye.